Your dog tried to tell you something today, and you missed it. Not because you don't love them, not because you're a bad owner, but because your dog has been speaking to you in a language so subtle, so constant, and so deeply emotional that most people go their whole lives hearing it without ever truly understanding it. And once you do understand it, you will never look at your dog the same way again. Because the truth is, your dog is never just doing random things. They're not just being cute, clingy, dramatic, weird, or naughty. Almost every behavior has meaning. Every pause, every lick, every sigh, every strange little habit is carrying a message. A message about trust, about fear, about comfort, about instinct, about love, and sometimes about pain. When your dog sits on your feet, that is not just about warmth. That is not just them choosing a spot. That is them choosing you in the most direct way possible. Your scent is strongest there, and your dog is pulling themselves into the place that smells most like safety. They are grounding themselves in your presence, and if strangers are around and your dog presses even harder against your feet, that's not random either. That's your dog quietly saying, "This is my person, and I feel safest right here." When your dog growls after being woken up suddenly, that moment is so often misunderstood. People take it personally. They think the dog turned aggressive. But sometimes that growl is not a threat. It's a reflex. A sleeping brain reacts before a conscious brain recognizes who touched it. 1 second of confusion can sound scary, but then the body softens, the eyes change, the tail starts to move, and the dog realizes it's you. Punishing that moment doesn't teach respect. It teaches fear. Sometimes your dog is simply saying, "Give me a second. I just got scared." And the habits you laugh off? Some of them deserve a second look. A dog eating dirt might seem gross or bizarre, but behavior isn't always behavioral. Sometimes it's physical. Sometimes the body is searching for something. Sometimes it's boredom, yes, but sometimes it's discomfort, irritation, or deficiency. Dogs don't explain themselves with words. Their body does the talking for them. The question is whether we are listening carefully enough. Then, there's play. The wild sneezing in the middle of roughhousing, the goofy bursts of energy, the full-speed chaos around the house for no obvious reason. To us, it looks ridiculous. To them, it's regulation. That sneeze in play can be a social signal that says, "This is still fun, we're still okay." Those sudden zoomies after a bath or late at night are often a nervous system release, a burst of energy with nowhere else to go. Your dog isn't broken in those moments. Your dog is resetting. And what about the dog who refuses to eat unless you're nearby? People call that spoiled, dependent, attention-seeking. But maybe your dog doesn't need an audience. Maybe they need security. Eating is a vulnerable act. Head down, attention divided, body occupied. Some dogs feel safe enough to do it only when their person is close. Not because they need permission, but because they trust you to stand guard while they let their guard down. If your dog hides treats in your bed, under your pillow, in your blankets, that's not just messy behavior. That's strategy. To your dog, your bed is one of the safest places in the world because it carries the deepest concentration of your scent. So when they want to protect something valuable, they put it where safety lives. Right where you sleep. And when you cry, your dog knows. Maybe not the reason, maybe not the story, but they know something inside you has changed. Your breathing changes. Your posture changes. Your smell changes. The emotional atmosphere shifts, and your dog feels it instantly. That's why some dogs come close and lick your face. Some bring toys. Some whimper. Some simply press their body against you and stay there. Different dogs, same message. I know something is wrong, and I'm here. One of the most heartbreaking things dogs do is lie on your suitcase. People joke about it, post photos of it, call it dramatic. But for many dogs, that suitcase has a meaning. It predicts absence. It predicts loss. So if your dog puts their body on it, they may be trying to stop the thing that makes you disappear. It's not manipulation. It's not attitude. It's attachment. Even the way your dog sits with their back to you means something powerful. Humans often think turning away means disinterest. But in dog language, exposing the back can be one of the deepest signs of trust. It means I don't need to keep watching you. I feel safe enough to leave my blind side open. And if they sit leaning against you while facing outward, it's even more beautiful. That can be your dog saying, I trust you to protect me, and I'm watching the world for both of us. Then there are the behaviors people punish without understanding. Stealing food off the table, howling when left alone, shaking toys violently, running from the camera. From a dog's perspective, these things are often instinct, not defiance. Food left unguarded may not register as yours the way it does to you. Howling alone may not be drama, but a genuine attempt to call the pack back. Shaking a toy isn't cruelty, it's prey instinct playing itself out in a safe way. And that camera lens in their face? To a dog, it can feel like a hard, staring eye that never blinks. No wonder some dogs turn away. And then there's licking, the one people brush off as simple affection. But licking runs deeper than that. It's bonding. It's soothing. It's memory. It begins in the first moments of life, when a mother cleans and comforts her puppies. That feeling stays in the nervous system. So when your dog licks you, they may be grooming their family, calming themselves, checking on you, reconnecting after separation, or simply saying the oldest thing they know how to say. You are mine. I am yours. We belong to each other. That is what makes dogs so extraordinary. They are always communicating, always revealing what they feel, always inviting us into a bond that is far more emotional, intelligent, and profound than most people realize. Your dog has been talking to you for years. Maybe now, for the first time, you can finally hear them.